What's going on, everybody? Boss Ron back inside the arcade, and there's been a strong debate regarding Halo Infinite's planned drop for December 8th, as well as the content strategy rolling in with it, specifically around the idea of should it incorporate a battle royale into its already planned game modes, or is that not needed here for the Halo franchise? And of course, as we do here with our patch notes segments, the whole purpose of this is to add our 2 cents into the debate and see if we can push the discussion further surrounding any of the latest and greatest gaming news that's out there. Now, with Halo Infinite and the dev's sexual tension regarding will we or won't we incorporate a battle royale along our content roadmap or strategy for Halo Infinite has been played a bit close to the chest. Now, the devs have officially stated, and of course we all knew this, that a battle royale won't be available on launch of Halo Infinite, and maybe not ever at this point. As they've noted as well, they plan to support the game over the course of the next decade, so 10 years worth of Halo Infinite. Of course, they wouldn't have chosen a title like that otherwise. Now, game devs have fallen into a bit of a trend with promising longer life cycles for games, wanting to take them out of their normal 1 to 2 year cycle and bring them into the beyond by saying that they're going to have the game supported for at least 5 to 10 years. There have been some good noodles as far as the situation's concerned with Bungie over at Destiny, and of course some bad noodles who wanted to support their game for 5 years and ended up reneging on that promise. I'm looking at you over there, NetherRealm. We're not done with you yet. However, as far as the track record goes with 343, they've been dropping content to this day regarding the Master Chief Collection surrounding Halos 1 all the way up to 4. I think they've maybe dropped some stuff for Halo 5 as well, but if there was any developer to take seriously regarding promising a longer content lifecycle, I believe it'd be 343. But that's the question and the debate that I wanted to go over specifically regarding 343 and Halo Infinite and concerning the Battle Royale. At this time, of course, there's a large community of Halo diehards who don't want a Battle Royale incorporated at this game, which is definitely understandable, of course, when it comes to having the old guard there and representing tradition. I see where they don't want a Battle Royale coming in and muddying up the experience that they've been waiting for I believe, over about 10 to 8 years now to get a new Halo in. However, at the same time, as far as the FPS industry is concerned, Battle Royales have almost officially become a new standard to incorporate in their games at minimum, or at least within the first year of its life cycle. And of course, we've seen this mainly take off once Fortnite stepped into the spotlight and became the game darling of the gamerverse and streamerverse as well. Every other FPS game that came out after the fact incorporated a battle royale of some kind into its genre, or at least AAA game of some kind. Of course, if we go down the list, EA deconstructed the Titanfall lore and gave us Apex Legends, which has now become almost the de facto ruler of the Battle Royale scape. Everyone's flocking to that, and it's doing really well as far as performance goes. Activision, Raven Software, and whoever. With Call of Duty Modern Warfare, of course, they gave us Warzone, which of course gave every Battle Royale a run for its money, and then other games tried jumping in, like Battlefield 5 with its Firestorm mode. Looking at those 2 games in particular, concerning Call of Duty's Modern Warfare Warzone, and as well as Battlefield 5's Firestorm, those Battle Royales weren't there at launch as well. If I'm not mistaken, it took just about a year's worth of time to go ahead and get Warzone ready to be implemented into the Modern Warfare engine. The same thing with Battlefield 5, it took about just a year for that mode to be implemented into the game as well, which had a large player base. However, and I think that requires a bit more of a deep dive here, Battlefield 5's Firestorm seemed to not perform as well, and I'm not sure if that's because the singularity that Call of Duty Modern Warfare's Warzone mode was having was just pulling way too many players in, away from the experience that Battlefield 5 was offering. So I understand where the Halo fan base is sitting, especially concerning the game modes that we grew up playing and loving, specifically regarding just the multiplayer and just getting the campaign and even Forge mode in. Of course, we want to keep those pure and true to our hearts. The one thing I would like for us to all remember too, as well, is that Halo did jump in on another trend that was kicking off during its time, and that was way back in the Halo Reach days regarding the Horde modes. As far as Horde mode was concerned, you couldn't get any kind of shooting game without it. Gears of War had the titular Horde mode, as well as Call of Duty was always introducing some form of zombies into its Black Ops series, and then it even bled over into the other Call of Duty games as well. And Halo Reach got on board with Fireteam, I believe it was called, where it was a similar Horde mode of you taking on just waves and waves of the Covenant as you all are trying to extract from the planet. Of course, those of us who played the game and the campaign, we know how that goes. So to 100% say that a BR would go completely against the grain as far as incorporating into Halo, I think would be a bit much here, which the Halo community should essentially consider. We've tried adding in a trend that was at least appreciated for one aspect as far as the Horde mode went in Halo Reach, so why not give Halo a time to shine in technically what is the new industry standard for a lot of these first-person shooters, and let's see what a Battle Royale could do for the game. As far as the other community mainly clamoring for the Battle Royale goes, I understand a bit where they are coming from as far as I mentioned with it being the industry standard. How far will this game essentially go? As far as not only just having that stopping power there from being able to be streamed over and over again with the different experiences that normally come from a Battle Royale, but how does it work on an esports perspective? Of course, once you start getting into those similar game modes on multiplayer, there's only so many different weapon drops you can change up and so many new maps you can approve or disapprove as far as the esports scape goes before people stop tuning out, and only because the variation of those situations are very limited. So even with the amount of changes you could probably bring into the esports scape just looking at multiplayer, it's not going to be as vast as it could be with the many different scenarios you can pick up inside of the Halo Infinite Battle Royale. So personally, I'm all for incorporating a Battle Royale into Halo Infinite, and that's not specifically because Battle Royales, I guess, perform better on stream, but as far as modernizing and staying with the trends as new games keep coming and pushing the limits as far as what gameplay looks like. We've already seen this before with the Horde standard that started getting incorporated back in the 2010s. Battle Royale seems to be that new standard for any game that comes out in 2020. So with that, I leave it to you, Arcadians. As far as Halo Infinite is concerned, do you believe that it needs a Battle Royale mode to ultimately stay in the game as far as longevity goes? Or do you think it'd be dead on arrival as soon as the Battle Royale were to essentially drop? Do you also think that maybe they are working on a Battle Royale at this time and the devs are just NDA'd out of their mind and they can't really obviously say anything about the mode because it would be a feature a lot of people would want to see and that would draw a lot of eyeballs to it that they're not necessarily ready for? Of course, as we've already seen some things with Halo regarding the original campaign gameplay we got where we had Craig who looked like just a clay figure to now he looks like an actual Chad running around. It makes sense if the Battle Royale does come out on a little bit of a delayed basis considering the amount of work they had to re-put into a lot of different game modes. And of course, I'm all for waiting just as long as we know something like that is actually coming out. As always, guys, leave your thoughts and beliefs in the comments below regarding Halo Infinite's Battle Royale if you're yay or nay and why. And as always, like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for more patch notes surrounding Halo Infinite or any other game that you hold near and dear to your heart. As always, guys, my name is Final Boss Ron, telling you Spartans to fight hard and fight well. I'll see you in the next one.